Some people still struggle with how to use the height option when you add in an image. What I mean by that is you drop an image in and you usually go for the width or the max width to control how it looks on the website. But what if it's too tall? It's a very long, portrait vertical image and it's just looking too big on your page and you need it to fit. Rather than messing around with margins and padding and spacing out text and working around with your column and all of that, you can just adjust the image. Here's how you do it. We're just going to stick an image in. And I've picked this image here, which is 700 pixels in height by 478 in width. Okay, so we're going to insert that. Just set that to full. And I'm now going to go over here. Now, I could adjust the width of this. So I'm just going to go with the pixels and I'm going to go for 200 in width, okay? Just so that we can still see it on screen, like that. So we've got 200 on the width. What if I've got some text to the right of it? Now you can see there the image is taller than the height of all that text block there. This is where sometimes you start to do stuff like this. You start to mess around with dragging out the columns because you want to get it to match. Or you go to your text and you go, oh, okay, I'll tell you what, we'll add another return in like that, trying to level it all out. And you start to spend a lot of time on that. It's actually really, really simple and easy to do. So I think this is about 230 pixels. I bet 250 maybe. If I click the image, we also have the height option. And sometimes people do not like using this for the simple reason, watch what it's going to do to the image. You could use VH if you want to do 50%, 70%, all of that of your screen. But I'm going to go in here and I'm going to type in 250. There you go, so I've gone for 245, and that is nice now, fitting quite nicely in terms of the height. But look at the image. It has now stretched it, or even compressed it a little bit. So just to remind you, here's what the image looks like before. If I get rid of the number, right? Look at the scale of it. Now let me put that width back in. Can you see? It's compressed it. But that is where this setting appears, object fit. And this is not there until you use the height option. So it's easy why people sometimes go, oh my God, look what it's doing. It's distorting the image. But over here now, I could go to cover. Well, let me just show you. This is what fill is. No different. You go with contain. That's kind of okay. Or you could just go with cover. So now it's maintaining the width and the height that I set there. Remember, cover doesn't always follow what you've set there. But that is now fitting a lot more better. However, there is a drawback to this. Again, I want you to focus on this image, okay? We've now lost some of the top and the bottom of that image. Let me put the number back in again. 245. See that? Let me get rid of it. Can you see now the bottom there where we've got the reflection on his foot and the top of that rim of the circle there? Look, we're losing a bit of that. So if you ever do this and the focus of your image is at the top, don't be surprised if you're going to lose it. It's not like background and column sections where you can do center, top center, bottom center, and all of that. You're just going to get it as it gives it to you. So if the focus of your image is in the middle, you're okay to use this approach. If it's right at the bottom, right at the top, the minute you compress it, it's literally cropping and slicing it off. The reason why this is a really good way of like scaling images in a way and almost cropping them a little bit to fit is that you're not having to duplicate the image in your media library. So if you've got tons of images and you don't know what image you're going to be using today or next week, rather than you making loads of copies and whatever, you could just use an existing image and you now just crop it to fit a little bit better. So if I just show you this when we preview it, it's not perfect. Don't get me wrong. It's not perfect how I've done it, but it is now fitting better than before when we had a taller image than the text. Hey, I hope you like, subscribe, share, and follow. Hey, and I'll keep seeing you.